Hello, today we are going to talk about anger. So, anger is important. Do you think so? Yes, you may consider anger is a negative emotion, but this is not true. It is a protective emotion. Actually, it helps people to defend themselves against any physical or psychological threats. So, while anger can occur for many different reasons, it always involves three factors. One is a triggering event or situation. Second is the individual's personality and characteristics, and how you interpret the particular, the way how you are interpreting the situations. So these three factors plays a major role. Anger can be very subjective, it can also be controlled. As we just understood, anger it is actually a three-stage processes. So here, like the first stage of the anger, usually triggering event. It is something happened and I got really mad at that particular stage, and the event can be a particular internal or external, or the way how you think, that is your thought or the particular situation that you experience. The internal events, when I say, usually refer to an earlier external event, I mean that happens before the external event. For example, let us take the example, you recall a recent situation when your friend broke your trust, and with that result that you move from a stage of calm to the next stage, that is an anger based on a recollection alone. So the second stage, when what we are talking is the how you interpret the second stage. See, the first stage is all about is all about the triggering event, and the triggering event may be a thought, it might be an internal or external. And the second stage, the whole situation, how you are interpreting, is very important. Now, this can be controlled by how you think about the situation that triggered your anger, and also it can be make worse also. For example, you tell your friend that you were irritated by what someone said something to you, and then you snapped at that person. But was it really so simple? No. In reality, perhaps you are interpreted the person's behavior, the way how you addressed the particular problem in that way. So so the kind of processing what happened, it can unfold in seconds. So interpretation or appraisal or the events facilitated by the fact, you have already internalized, and you have developed a network of belief, and certain behavior also exhibited, and that completely direct how you respond to the situations. So what I would like to say is, anger, it serves a purpose even when it goes wrong, as it has and does for so many people. The experience of anger can be useful in terms of understanding yourself better and becoming aware of issues that you need to address. So here the interpretive component of anger is particularly obvious in situations where a triggering event produces different reactions in different people. So, coming to the third and the final stage in the experience of anger is the behavior. So, the first is the triggering situation, how whether you have internalized or the external situation that triggered you, or in the second stage is how you are interpreting, and the third stage comes, it is a behavioral. That means you're reacting, or whatever, you are responding to the particular triggering event. So how do you act based on your anger? Do you slam the door, or do you swallow your anger? Do you decide to wait until you express your anger more indirectly, such as by not showing up at the person's particular situation or some party or something occasion? Or the behavior response stage of anger affords many opportunities for either resolving or exacerbating a difficult situation. So when we think why actually people get anger, or why people get angry, when I say it is it is like because of broad range of experiences that are not necessarily threatening always or dangerous. Often anger is aroused when things do not go in accordance with a person's desires. So when something it is going against, then people feel or individual feel threat or something danger, and then that you sense of you feel that or the sense of self, and then you get frustrated, and then you express it out. So this is how usually anger. So anger basically it acts as a defense. So it acts as a defense. When I say acts as a defense, it is usually one very important reason that people become angry is to protect themselves and from feeling vulnerable. So it is an anger is an active attack oriented emotion. When you feel angry, you feel powerful, confident, and capable of doing anything. So as a result, people often experience anger as a secondary emotion within the context of the primary emotions of hurt and fear. So we need to think like anger is a normal emotion or it is a defense, but how we have to show in a how you have to express, you need to think and how do I know that if my anger is defensive or not? That is what immediately we get a question. Then it is often experienced as a secondary emotion, as I said, to protect yourself from feeling vulnerable. Ask yourself at that time what it is about, or what is that it is upsetting me. And if you recognize that you are experiencing another emotion alongside of anger, that other emotion is likely to be your primary emotion. So what you have to do, you need to, as an anger is a secondary emotion, you need to identify the primary emotion. When you identify the primary emotion, you have to address that particular primary emotion. Then I think when you get aware of it, and then you will know whether you have to work out on that particular emotional response. Thank you.